Thank you and good afternoon. Thank you for that excellent opening remarks, Bijou, and I think you've kind of set the stage for all of us. If all of you are awake, you can clap actually. just to keep the energy flowing, because we're going to be sitting here for some time. We need to have this working at the same time. The energy has to be really full in this room. So thank you. It's been a hot day outside, but hopefully the temperature is controlled here. So all that is going to happen is this getting worked through and through this 3 or 4 hours that we have with us. So thank you for coming in. I think it's pleasure to be here again with all of you. Retailers Association of India is what it is because each one of you support it to be the association that you care for. All of you hold memberships, and the membership is what keeps us going, and you are the true owners of the Retailers Association of India. I'll just take you through some things that we are noticing in the last 1 year. I think some parts which we already told you about how the country is seen, but I'll just kind of give you a snapshot view to make sure that we are on the right path for all of us. So overall, $836 billion, give or take a few $1 billion, is where the retail industry is all about. We know it's big. Bijou just told you we could possibly be the highest, be the country with the highest population in the world. So kudos to all of us. And I think with more mouths, there is definitely lots more capability of consumption. We are around 10 to 12% of total GDP. We could definitely take it to the 20% levels, which should make it healthy, provided we play our cards right. In terms of employment, we are large enough. In terms of the overall growth of organized as well as the online market, I think we are out there. The trajectory is looking really good for all of us. Plus, some of you have got a D2C brand or are invested in a D2C brand or are collaborating with D2C brands. That's the other set of things that's happening in the country, which basically says that the barriers to entry in retail business is just broken down. Not just in India, across the world. But you know what? India has got possibly the highest number of entrepreneurs possible, because for every 100 consumers, there is one retailer in this country. So there is so much of possibility that is there for all of us. Lots of drivers for consumption in this country, thanks to the population that we already spoke about. Smartphones definitely means that at least some of us are smart, but more importantly, it means that even if we are not smart, we can use a phone and get our things done. And that's really a great way to indicate what's happening, but it also indicates that there's a nice young population willing to work on digital technology. So the customers are ready. They are willing to pay on UPI as much as you want to, because each one of us, sometimes I go and pay for my Nariyal Vana, the Nariyal Pani with my UPI, and I'm sure if I just ask you to raise your hand and say, which is the least amount of money that you paid on UPI, some of the numbers would be staggering. See, there is already somebody raising. 1 rupee 20 paisa. See, somebody has paid 1 rupee 20 paisa. Anybody lesser? Okay, he wins. Somebody has to give him a prize. 1 rupee 20 paisa. Whom did you pay to, sir? He said, Chutta nahi hai, you said, I'll give you 120 like this. That's, Chutta has become UPI for some of us. So this is where we are, but that really means that that's the power that we've created as far as digital enablement of payment systems is concerned. Overall size will go beyond the $1 trillion. I think it's for us to see how we can really take the retail business ahead. What does it mean for us? Huge amount of competition. There are so many retailers in this country. There is this need for being able to try and get that 1 rupee 20 paisa from the pockets of these consumers. It's not a simple job, even that 1 rupee 20 paisa. All of you would agree. So what do we do to make ourselves relevant? Is my 4-point analysis in the last 1 year with all the retailers that we work with. One is you've got to do things that's personalized. If you don't personalize it, you lose the customer immediately. So if somebody tries selling me nappies, I look at them and tell them, listen, I don't have kids and I'm not old enough. So I don't want them. So that's where things go. So you've got to be very personal. You've got to give them what they want. And if you try and give something to the husband, which was meant for the wife, you know what's going to happen, right? As a retailer. So that's one part. The other part is about accuracy. Gone are the days when customers say, "Theek hai yaar, if you don't have the item today, give it to me tomorrow, day after." They say, if you've shown it, give it to me. Otherwise, don't show it. And that's the level of accuracy. For offline retailers, it's a big task. And I'm told it's as big a task for online retailers. Because if they don't know how the stocks are, in what condition they are, it's not a very easy thing to really make sure things are okay. Accuracy on all fronts, be it consumers, be it merchandise, be it any data with respect to your money, finance, everything. I think accuracy is the given thing as far as we are concerned. How many of you already finalized the accounts for your 22, 23? Can raise your hand and be proud. I thought everybody would have. Okay, accuracy again. Speed. That's why I came to the next one. Speed. With all this that's happening all around us, consumers, as soon as they think something, they want it now. 5 years ago, in one of our association meetings, we'd asked, what do you think you will need if you are a consumer? And some of them said, I'd like to find that my item is available at the speed of thought. And we thought that's really too much. But it's almost getting there, right? And people are saying, I'll deliver to you within 10 minutes. Look at that audacity of telling that I can deliver an item to you in 10 minutes' time. That's the level of speed that we are all getting into. And even if you are a nearby Kirana, that speed is what is going to enable you to be the king in that place. So many a times it's not just about price. Many a times retailers come in and tell me, listen, I'm going to get wiped out because I can't play the price game. But not all retailers can play the price game. That's a fact. Very few retailers in this world can play the price game. For all others, it is everything other than the price game. And speed could be one more of that things that you are really going to pick up to ensure that you are there. And the last part is about everywhere. Customers have to find you anytime, anywhere, everywhere. If they don't find you everywhere, they are losing them. So if I am buying, let's say, my butter in the morning from a nearby Kirana, in the night at 10 o'clock if I need butter, or I think I need butter tomorrow morning, and I know that Kirana is not going to be available, what do? I go to any quick commerce website and buy it because I can't wait. Or I don't know whether it will come to me at 7 in the morning. So the ability to be available for that consumer has become very, very important. And therefore, I go to the next part of where we are. There is this huge digital transition that's happening in this country. Everybody is getting digitized. If you are not digitized, it's not something to be proud of. And more importantly, I always tell the smaller retailers, if you want to find pride, make your kids feel proud of you. The toughest, right? It's very, very difficult to find. If many of the retailers are not necessarily very well educated, the smaller retailers, they've gone back and made sure that the kids in the house have studied well, they've gone abroad and stuff like that. But when they're finished, they're saying, I can't really come and do this job. It's not the kind of job I'd like to do. How do you make them feel that they can really contribute towards the business that you are in and to make this business much larger? I think that is the big challenge. It's to find pride in the eyes of your own kids. That's becoming the tough part now. The last part, therefore, with all this requirement, is one thing that's come to all of us thanks to the government. The Open Network for Digital Commerce was introduced by the DPIIT for all of us. We talked about it slightly a few months before. It's really gaining momentum. It's something that's going to help all of us go through the next trajectory of being available to all our customers on digital commerce. It's democratized commerce. It's the ability for the smallest of retailer to be available to the consumers that they know. You know, the thing that happened was that about a year before, everybody said online is taken everything over. The offline commerce has got not anymore a space. But the fact is offline commerce is back. Is it right? All of you back in with a might. We know that most of the retailers who are our association members have done very, very well in the whole offline commerce part. If we have grown 18% over pre-pandemic, it's not by chance or fluke. But the point is that anytime, anywhere is still an important part, and that's where ONDC is going to help us. It sounds big, it sounds like it could be something that's difficult, but believe me, after seeing some of the small retailers who have got themselves enabled on ONDC and are able to now deliver items thanks to orders that they are receiving from ONDC, I think it's a beautiful piece. We are lucky to be in a position to have Nitin from ONDC, who's also come over here for a session today. If you listen to what's happening and how some of the retailers have got online, I'm sure each one of you will feel very confident about how to get online. I've seen some of the smallest of retailers getting onto this, thinking, kaise karunga, and suddenly saying, I'm there. I'm available to my consumers. If you build trust with your consumer, the best way to be anywhere and every time, anytime is going to be on ONDC for you. So with that, do connect with us. Retailers Association's handles are all given here. Do connect to keep yourself updated. And in case you want to kind of talk about what's happening within the industry, talk about what you want to do within the industry, do feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much.